Master manipulators. Those who take control of our thoughts and have a negative influence on our thinking. We find them in our homes, in school, and at the workplace. And the two most prominent examples of master manipulators in Hindu mythology are Manthara in the Ramayan and Shakuni in the Mahabharat. King Dashrath of Ayodhya had 3 wives, Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra. Manthara was the maid of Kaikeyi. She had taken care of Kaikeyi like her own daughter since she was a child in their native kingdom of Kaikeyi, and had come to Ayodhya after Kaikeyi's marriage to be with her. Kaikeyi was not a bad person. She loved Ram, the son of Kaushalya, and Lakshman and Shatrugna, the twin sons of Sumitra, as much as she loved her own son, Bharat. When Dashrath decided to make his firstborn son Ram, the Yuvraj or crown prince of Ayodhya, no one was more pleased than Kaikeyi. The scheming Manthara, however, was livid because she wanted her beloved Kaikeyi's son, Bharat, to succeed Dashrath as king of Ayodhya. She began poisoning Kaikeyi's mind with falsehoods. Manthara told Kaikeyi that Ram would probably make Bharat his servant and ill-treat him as well as Kaikeyi after he became king. She advised Kaikeyi to claim the 2 boons that Dashrath had once granted her when she had saved his life in battle, but which Kaikeyi had kept pending. Manthara kept on brainwashing Kaikeyi till she started believing her. She demanded from Dashrath that her son Bharat should be made king, and that Ram should be sent to exile for 14 years. The trauma of seeing his eldest son going into exile was too much to bear for Dashrath, and he died. Manthara's manipulation thus broke up a loving family and made her beloved Kaikeyi a widow. Shakuni was the brother of Queen Gandhari of Hastinapur and the maternal uncle of Duryodhan and the Kaurav brothers. He was a cunning and scheming man who bore a deep grudge against the kingdom of Hastinapur, and Bhishma in particular, for the manner in which Bhishma, in Shakuni's absence, had almost forced Shakuni's father to give Gandhari's hand in marriage to the blind Dhritarashtra. Shakuni moved to Hastinapur and began to influence Dhritarashtra's mind by preying on the blind king's deep insecurities. When the Kaurav brothers were born, Shakuni targeted the eldest, the egoistic and ruthlessly ambitious Duryodhan, by constantly telling him that he was the rightful heir to the throne of Hastinapur, despite the fact that the firstborn son in the family was his cousin, the eldest Pandav Yudhishthir. From a young age, Shakuni poisoned Duryodhan and his brothers' minds against the Pandavs to such an extent that they grew up with a deep hatred for their cousins. This hatred festered over the years. There were murder attempts against the Pandav brothers, their wife Draupadi was disrobed and humiliated in public, and they were sent to exile for 13 years, and 1 year incognito, all of which was masterminded by Shakuni. This enmity eventually resulted in the Kurukshetra war, in which all the Kaurav brothers including Duryodhan, as well as Shakuni himself, perished. If Manthara's evil manipulation was driven by her warped ambitions for her beloved Kaikeyi and her only son, then Shakuni's brainwashing of Duryodhan and Dhritarashtra was driven by pure vengeance. In both cases, once happy families were disrupted and there was death and destruction. We will meet both master manipulators as well as real well-meaning benefactors in our daily lives. Instead of blindly believing someone, we must learn to evaluate what we have been told, use the intelligence that we have all been blessed with, and then make decisions. After all, would the Pandavs, who were hugely outnumbered in Kurukshetra, have ever won the war between righteousness and evil, without the spiritual guidance of the best benefactor of all, Lord Krishna himself?